Okay guys, so today our video is going to continue with Gilded Age economics, and just like we went over in class, you're going to have a lot of factors that are going to influence economics in the United States and the Gilded Age. So the first term that we have here is going to be the robber barons. Robber barons are these brutal business people known as entrepreneurs, right? And they took over or monopolized their areas of work. Okay, it says these are businessmen who sometimes use ruthless tactics to destroy competition, again your monopolies, and to keep workers' wages low. These are going to be your world's first millionaires. They also have the idea of social Darwinism. Social Darwinism is like survival of the fittest. Only the strong will survive. And if you are a strong business person, then you will make money. And if you're weak and not smart enough, then of course you're going to be one of those workers that are going to be taken advantage of. So that's social Darwinism. Social think people, all right? And Darwinism, it's Charles Darwin, that only the strong will survive. Now, two of the main robber barons that you do need to know is going to be Andrew Carnegie and his steel industry, and John D. Rockefeller and oil. These two were the monopolists of the Gilded Age, and they again used ruthless tactics to destroy their competition, which we'll be going over in class. Now, a couple of conditions of labor and how they used these ruthless tactics is the way they treated their workers. All right, they had poor working conditions, low wages. They were paid very small amounts of money. They had long hours, 12 to 14 hours a day. No job security, meaning that if you couldn't work or fulfill your job, then you were easily replaceable, right? Remember, there's a lot of immigrants coming into the United States at the time, and it becomes extremely difficult for you to secure your job when you don't have any kind of real skills or basic skills that other people can have too or learn. Child labor, there was no laws against children working. So of course, you hire a child, you pay them less. So that was a big issue as well. And it was boring, repetitive tasks, which is going to create a hazard, because if you're bored and you're working long hours, I mean, it's very dangerous for you to continue that job. So of course, because these things were happening, you have labor unions that are created. A labor union is going to be someone that, or a union that you're part of, that will work for your rights. Okay, a labor union works for your rights. A couple of them were the Knights of Labor, and what they wanted was an 8-hour workday and equal pay. All right, that everyone will be paid equally. You had something known as collective bargaining. These are negotiations between representatives, those people that represent you in your union, and management, the owners of the factories that you were working in. You also have the American Federation of Labor, the AFL, in 1881 was created, and they were the ones that focused on this collective bargaining, right? This compromise, that's what it would be, compromise, when you agree to something. And Samuel Gompers, he led the Cigar Makers International Union to join other craft unions, right? Crafting is like a specific skill. It's not general, it's specific, right? So Samuel Gompers led these unions. And of course, you're going to have the Haymarket Affair of 1886, and this was a fatal Chicago protest. And we'll be going over that more into detail in class. Now the government, I told you in class how the government, we had this laissez-faire policy where the government does not intervene. When we see these ruthless tactics being used, we're going to create two new laws. We have the Interstate Commerce Act in 1887, and this reestablished the right of the federal government to supervise railroad activities. And we know the railroad companies were extremely harsh. We know that they would charge higher prices because they were the only ones in power, or the only ones available. And that's what happens in a monopoly. You have no other choices, so you have to pay whatever they ask you to pay. So the Interstate Commerce Act was created to regulate the railroad companies. And the last one is the Sherman Antitrust Act of 1890. And what this does is it makes it illegal to form trusts, just like we went over in the last video, corporations that interfered with free trade between states or with other countries. Okay, so you couldn't form these trusts or these merges of businesses. So we're going to be going over that a little bit more into detail in class. Okay, if you have any questions, you let me know. Bye, have a great weekend.